For 1,000 years, Christianity in the Roman world lived under one vast, philosophical religious system. A church built on the Greek translation of the Old Testament, shaped by Paul's universal metaphysics, and consolidated by imperial canonization. It was one church with two capitals, Rome and Constantinople, both rooted in the same intellectual soil, both claiming to safeguard the same universal truth. But in 1054 AD, the mask of unity cracked. The Great Schism did not create two religions. It revealed the fracture inside a system that had long functioned as one philosophical empire. And in prophetic terms, it was the moment when the sun, moon, and stars of Christendom lost a third of their light. Before the split, Rome presented itself openly as the supreme source of illumination for the Christian world, the sun of the ecclesiastical cosmos. Its hierarchy, from cardinals to kings, acted as the moon and stars, reflecting the light of papal authority and maintaining order across Europe. This imagery was not accidental. Papal Rome inherited the astral symbolism of the great empires before it. Egypt saw its rulers as sons of Ra. Babylon linked kingship to the stars. Persia identified light with ultimate good. Greece and Rome revered the sun as reason and cosmic order. The late Caesars claimed the title Sol Invictus, the unconquered sun. The papacy absorbed this legacy, positioning itself as the final embodiment of that cosmic authority, the visible sun of Christian civilization. And yet, beneath the surface, Rome shared its foundations with another power, Constantinople. After 325 AD, the Christian world lived under a dual system. One theological framework, two political centers. Both upheld the LXX as the Old Testament. Both read the New Testament through a philosophical lens shaped by Paul, councils, and imperial theology. Both developed sacramental, clerical hierarchies. Both claimed to be the one universal church. Rome expressed this system through Latin, Roman law, and the growing ideology of the papacy. Constantinople expressed it through Greek language, imperial administration, and conciliar authority. They were not opposites. They were two versions of the same religious empire, competing for first place. The Schism of 1054 made the rivalry irreversible. When the Pope's legates entered Hagia Sophia and placed the bull of excommunication on the altar, and when Patriarch Michael Cerularius responded with his own excommunication, the symbolic unity of Christendom collapsed. The church that had lived in two capitals now appeared in two visible blocks: Roman Catholicism in the West, Eastern Orthodoxy in the East. The split was doctrinal, political, cultural, and linguistic at once. But deeper than that, it was a blow to Rome's claim to absolute universal authority. This is where the fourth trumpet's imagery comes into focus. Revelation speaks of a sun, moon, and stars losing a third of their light. In the medieval Christian world, there was only one institution that claimed to be the sun of the world: papal Rome. When Constantinople rejected Rome's supremacy, the sun of the West darkened over one-third of Christendom. Rome's administrative system lost its reach over the East. Rulers and leaders no longer reflected Roman authority. In the Orthodox world, the Pope was no longer a source of divine light, but a usurper, even an antichrist, a title that would later echo through the Protestant Reformation. The prophetic image deepens with the appearance of the eagle, the messenger of judgment. In Scripture and empire alike, the eagle symbolizes sovereign verdict. Its cry following the darkening of the celestial bodies signals that the eclipse of Rome was not a mere political accident. It was a judgment on a system that had claimed to be the world's light. Rome's universalist self-image cracked. Its radiance was exposed as dependent on political structures, not divine truth. The consequences of 1054 were immense. The schism weakened Christian unity and left both halves vulnerable to external forces, and the fall of Constantinople in 1453. It eroded Rome's uncontested authority and set the stage for future revolts, culminating in the Protestant Reformation. It reshaped Europe's political landscape, intensifying the conflict between religious and secular power. It is the first great eclipse of Rome's self-declared sun, a darkening written both in history and in prophecy. And the world that emerged from that fracture still lives in the shadow of that ancient eclipse. And from this fracture, Rome advances toward the next stage, 1231 AD, when the Catholic Church institutionalizes the Inquisition. See it in our next episode.